and you're just going to smoke it out, get the plant down behind the Monty.
His camera going down on the floor.
Shate did this to me. No, so
Shate
did this to me in ranked and got 3 kills. He killed me as well, and I was very bitter about it.
Kenta Raketti gets a kill on the other side of the map onto Fabian and goes for a peek onto KS, but unfortunately will not get that second kill. Does light him up.
What is up, my coconut bras, and welcome back. And in this video, we are going to be going over the game that happened this past weekend between Sisu and Penta. Now, there was a ton of really cool camera spots in this game, but as far as overall tactics and lines of sight, there were not as many. And the reason for that is they have both qualified for the LAN invitation already. And so this game was basically just a just because matchup game. And so neither one of them was using like all of their super tryhard strats and everything. So basically we're going to be going over what I saw in this game. But there were not like a ton of super crazy lines of sight and stuff because they're basically saving like all their final tricks and stuff for the finals game. So basically besides that, we're going to go over all the 6 spots that did happen in this game though, and so we're going to jump right into it. And as you guys saw right there, there's just some really cool camera spots, and this one is really sick because if you blink, it literally happened within 0.5 seconds. Let's take a look.
Hookah stairs now. Now, one of the most common things to do here is to make sure that you're going to take over Hookah and put a claymore down at that doorway coming out of the pink bar.
Oh, absolutely, because so many people run out from there. I mean, even...
Alright, and when I saw that image flash, I was like, holy crap, I gotta find that camera spot. I knew it was outside. Really sick spot. And to be honest, this did take me a couple minutes to find because what I did was I just paused the image and I was like, okay, I can see a tiny little bit of a purple thing. But yeah, so basically what I did was run around outside until I could find this. So it did take me a couple minutes to find, and overall this is a really sick camera spot. And the next time I'm playing on Coastline, I'm definitely going to be using this camera. Very high traffic area. And so now let's take a quick look at the next spot that they were using in Sisu versus Penta.
These are the cool vibe stairs we were talking about, by the way.
Oh, okay, yeah. Now, the cool vibe stairs.
Cool vibe stairs.
I got that. Cool vibes.
Yes, cool. It's got big neon lights here. It's got to be. But now this is your circle couch where Goga's sitting right now. This is going to lead into that hallway into the master bedroom. Typically one of the majority of the spots where attackers like to push in from.
All right, you guys. So this next spot is another spot that happened very fast. They were only on this scene for maybe about 10 or 15 to 20 seconds, I'd say. But basically, you can see a line of sight all the way from this circle couch area across the big gap in the middle, and you can see directly across the map. And a lot of people like to enter, and you can see right next to the top of these stairs in the other room, I'm going to show you exactly where these bullets landed, perfectly at head level. So really crazy. Now a lot of people know this is a pretty high traffic entry point area, but anyway, sick line of sight. Now let's move on to the next map, and we'll see what kind of tricky spots they have for us on Cafe Dostoevsky.
Oh, there goes the
I'm not looking at the laundry?
Yeah, not looking into laundry.
Yeah.
Now there's Wilkie trying to go for the shots there, and he does get it all the way from the couch and reading room. A very nice angle to take down Penta for round number 4.
So on the note of reading room, Sisu reading into Penta's attack there and just knowing exactly where they're going to be coming from.
Alright, so this next spot is a really sick line of sight, laying down from behind the couch in the reading room and while looking up at those kind of half stairs area. And so basically a lot of people, they'll basically kind of just stand in the doorway and strafe back and forth, so not a good idea. Over here you can create a very nice pixel peek and pre-fire it and have some awesome shots.
Ahead of 4-on-4 at the moment.
Playing that pixel angle, which is possible because there's no castle barricade on the doorway anymore.
He did see Panari come on through. Panari's going to try to challenge that again. Fabian's going to stay there for the time being. Gas is going to push him out.
That was a gas grenade coming from the train room itself, from underneath. I like that.
And actually, yeah, like you said, that is a very useful tactic. You're able to throw that up, prevent an aggressive push once they drop in and they're inside of that cigar lounge.
As well as allows the Jaeger to rotate.
As well. 3 members.
Alright, so in this one, I'm going to be showing you the little murder holes that they put inside of the train room themselves. And this way they can look up and stop attackers from coming through the doorway. Basically, there's a couple ways you can do this. If you stand far back, you can get a smoke grenade all the way to this door entrance and corner. And this is a good spot because a lot of people, when defending the top, they'll be standing in the corner that you saw looking over towards the lounge area. And so basically what he did was he called it out for the guys below in train room, and then they started smoking it. Now if you stand a little bit closer to the murder holes, look at this, you can even smoke just straight up. And so as you guys saw, he smoked a little bit further in, but really up to you depending on where the attackers
so
are.
far in this matchup.
And not with the revolver.
And not with the revolver. He's playing with the other pistol. I think the revolver did get a hipfire nerf, and that might be why. Ooh, some sneaky play coming out from Panari. I don't know that Penta's droned out that piano, and it's impossible. He's going to get a peek onto the back end of the Montaigne as he pushes into Cigar. He does have this camera to give him information. Junior's getting a pick onto Cantor-Ketty.
Now we are going to have Panari still waiting around. KS, will he see the camera? He will, and he's going to take him down. That's going to be a call, and now Goga's got to be careful. Penko has actually moved into the Cigar Lounge, going for the shots there. He's going to get nailed in the head as well. Bootsy actually picks that shot up onto Fabian as Panari gets Goga. C4 is going to go and try to get rid of Pengu, but it will not happen. Pengu's going to come around, but Panari gets that kill onto Pengu after he knights him with the shield.
Was that a 3K coming out from Panari? That was
a 3K.
Fantastic round. Panari coming from behind, playing in that piano in a position where Penta did not expect it.
Alright, now I gotta point this play out because this is such a brilliant basic play. And so what happened was they had Sisu, they had a Valkyrie camera on the side of this little pillar coming up, and that way by anybody entering from the skylight on top of the stairs, coming from that area into the Cigar Lounge will not be able to see this Valkyrie camera on the side. And so what happened was they droned it, but they didn't drone it good enough and all the way up to piano. So they basically just did a quick drone, didn't see him laying down by the piano, and once they saw that was clear, they thought that was clear, they started to enter Cigar Lounge, and that was able to give him enough time to see them on camera, sit up, get a nice 3K, and win the round. So really sick play and really basic, so always keep that in mind.
To be ready for it.
Yep.
So now they're going to be going into defense first here, going to defend the upstairs bomb site, Armory, and that is that they're not going to be showing us here today, as it is not the most important matchup of the century. So Sisu, being the team that they are, utilizing those types of plays, they are going to be kind of a disadvantage now that they're, well, not utilizing those types of plays.
Now we are going to see Sisu, though, out on top of the west balcony, working their way in towards that A site. You can see Shate.
Now, jumping into border, we're going to be showing you 3 quick Valkyrie cameras. The first 2 pretty basic, and the third one is really sick. I like it a lot. So basically, this first one, you're going to try to get it in between this little electrical box and the wall. I missed a little bit. It's kind of in there, but basically it's not going to stick out too far. And you want to try to get it a little bit higher so that way you can see into both rooms. Like this one here, I can see tiny bit into the hallway. But all in all, those ones really basic. And this third and final one, this one's really sick. All you got to do is come into the security room, lie down, and throw it right above the computer. Right there, I missed because pretty bad shot by me. But anyways, just aim a little bit higher, and then you will be able to see the security room all the way to the door. And so as you guys see, if I'm standing up and I'm anywhere near the desk, I just completely won't be able to see it. So, and generally when you first enter a room, you're going to be pre-aiming at head level and generally not necessarily see the camera. So really sick, unorthodox camera by them.
So while he's going to try to fight Fabian here in a 1-for-1, Bootsy, though, has a little advantage. He's going to go for the shots, but will not see him just yet. Pengu, however, takes down the head of Wilkie.
That was underneath. Nice little angle coming out from Pengu. At the same time, Fabian picking up a player in Cantor-Ketty. So now already 5 versus 3 in favor of Penta.
Alright, now this next one is going to be a murder hole, and you're going to be able to see all the way into the front door entrance. And so basically you can use a shotgun, you can even just shoot out the 4 normally if you want to. You don't have to use a nitro cell like I did. And generally what was happening here was they had this reinforced with bandits on them, or maybe, oh, they had mutes on it, I apologize. But either way, even if they had a Mira on it, generally a good way to counter that is to go below them, blow up the floor, and then take out whatever is slowing them down from breaching that wall. And so this is a really good murder hole for watching and basically countering their counter to you muting, banditing, or having a Mira up on this wall. Now I'm going to show you exactly where these shots land. And if you just come down here anywhere, you can shoot completely through this floor, take out mutes and bandits. So good side note to keep in mind. Alright you guys, so as you guys saw, we covered a bunch of just random Valkyrie cameras, some of them pretty basic, some of them pretty cool, but anyways, that was the majority of what I saw from this Sisu versus Penta matchup, and like I said before, they're basically just saving a lot of their strats for the LAN invitation because they both have qualified for it already. So Penta kind of relies on more of a less strat based, but Sisu is a hugely strat based team. So I'm expecting to see some really sick stuff coming up on the finals games on the May 20th and 21st. So expect those games to have basically a ton of lines of sight and strats coming up. But until then, I'm going to basically just break down the games that happen. My favorite games, that ones that I think have a ton of strats in them, and I'm definitely going to be sharing it with you guys. So thanks for sticking around. I love you guys all. Hope you guys have an awesome weekend. And this game was overall really well played by Penta. They have really good team coordination. They were able to lock it in 2-1. And that was actually Penta's first 2 losses in this Pro League season. So I don't know, maybe they weren't necessarily trying it their hardest. I believe that they weren't pulling out all of their strats because they're saving it and don't want to give away some of their strategies and tactics away to give basically their competition an edge and watching them do what they do. So I think they weren't necessarily trying too crazy hard. But anyways, expect to see a ton of sick stuff coming up. Love you guys all. Hope you have an awesome weekend. Peace.